Thank you, Karine. Just following up on Sungmin's question, could you sort of give us an idea of how much the president's schedule has changed since the ticket changed? Because if you look at what we look at, the big event on Tuesday was a phone call. The big event today is a lunch. Tomorrow, we don't know what he's doing. Friday, he heads to Delaware.
Yeah.
It lends itself to the appearance that he's done governing.
No, he's not done governing at all. I think that appearance would be false. It would be a misled appearance. I understand the question, but I will say we were in Austin on Monday. We were obviously in Texas. We went to Austin, went to Houston. He went to pay his respect to the late Congresswoman. He went to Austin to make a very important announcement as we went back and forth on this yesterday on SCOTUS reform, which is something that majority of Americans want to see. We got back. We landed on Marine One on the South Lawn at 1 o'clock in the morning, took some questions. That was something that he wanted to do. Took a couple of questions from press. We were out for about 12 hours. He continues to meet with his team today. And as I said, you will see him later this week. You will hear from him directly later this week. And I think, again, I'm going to throw Matt Visor here into the conversation. We are recalibrating. I mean, that is very true. I mean, there is a change in just him stepping down for re-election. He's still very much the president, and we're trying to figure out what the next 6 months are going to look like. But we are committed. The president is steadfast on continuing to build on the unprecedented record that he has had with the vice president over the last 3.5 years. That doesn't change, but just give us a beat, and we certainly will be out there. And the president does want to continue to speak directly to the American people. You will see him.
We heard from him, for instance, on the news unfolding in the Middle East. We heard from Secretary Blinken, we heard from Secretary Austin, we heard from the Vice President. It would be something that ordinarily we would expect to hear.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I just said that you're going to hear from the president later this week. And look, I think when it comes to the Middle East, when it comes to foreign policy more broadly, this is a president that has a record to stand on when it relates to making sure we're putting the national security of the American people first. This is something that he's done, making sure that we re-engage with our allies and also our partners. We saw what happened in the La Paz administration. The president had to fix those relationships, and he did that in the last 3.5 years. When you think about reinvigorating NATO, you think about how the people of Ukraine has what it needs now to defend itself against Russia's aggression so they can fight for their democracy and freedom. This is a president that has a long list of foreign policy accomplishments that he's incredibly proud of. And when it comes to the Middle East, the president has been incredibly engaged. From certainly from day one of what we have been seeing the developments there over the past just under a year. But he's going to continue to do that. You're going to continue to hear from him. That will not change. Get on.